Dr. Jeffy.
Archaeologist explorer guy.
No, zoologist.
Zoologist explorer
yeah,
guy.
Get it right.
And archaeologist explorer guy,
Professor Gavins.
Right. Today we are exploring the mighty Glondeal River. So McGavin, what can you tell me about this river?
Well, that it's actually only 200 years old.
Really?
Created to fish sharks.
Really? That's quite interesting. Who are the people that fish for these sharks?
They're kind of close relatives to the tall people.
Oh, really?
Yes, they were hunting land sharks, and as they noticed that there was water, they would get stuck and snatch them.
Nice.
That's what these rivers were created for.
Very good. This channel, I suppose, was to catch them and channel them into the rivers. That's very interesting.
Land sharks couldn't really swim, so they would go to the deep area and they would drown, and then they just go over and pick them up.
Nice.
They're really tall.
Alright, Dr. Zvaz, what can you tell me about these little creatures? What are these?
Yeah, those are called little knapbacks. What they do is they zoom around everywhere and they climb up onto your shoulders and they take you down.
Really?
Very
Alright.
venomous.
Should probably be very careful against those things.
And after that, they drop you feed on you.
Yeah, interesting. So this river was created 200 years ago. So the people were hunting land sharks, and people were relatives to the tall people. What were they? Were they medium people?
They were like, the medium people. They had like, they were basically walking walls.
Oh, large people. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. The large people now. Surprised that they didn't join the Battle of the Four Kings. I guess they were wiser. Nah. Very wise indeed. What are these plants and trees across this ocean, Doctor?
Very, very deadly weeds. So don't eat them. They absorb sunlight, and then at night they shoot lasers.
They shoot lasers?
Yeah.
Oh man. That is most interesting. That's probably why this place is abandoned.
Huh?
That's probably why this place is abandoned with all these lasers being shot down. Don't you agree, Professor?
Yes.
So I assume the peoples didn't know about these trees, and then once they built, because they were they good builders, or how fast did they build things?
Kind of. Yeah, they were extremely good builders. That's why you see ruins and pieces of rivers, because they would build above rivers.
Oh, nice. That's very interesting. And then I assume the trees, they didn't think about the trees being lasers, so right, they obliterated and they escaped. There's few survivors. Yes, I am. Slippery here. It just slips. Death fish. Interesting. This river's full.
Yes, they cause
Really?
Except for whenever you kill them,
Wow. That's most interesting. So, do they emit a toxin poison to you if they bite you?
No. They use their close relatives poison dart from.
Ooh,
They shot them at you.
that's interesting.
You're dead within a few days.
It's too interesting. I see a flying little bug up ahead. The blue, flying.
Oh
Like
yes,
that?
watch out. Very, very deadly. They're called rock flies.
Rock flies.
Get away. Yes. If they flash their light, you can't find your way back home. They only do that at night though.
Nasty. Nasty, nasty place. Ugh. Very tough going here. So, Gavin, when did these peoples leave this place? I assume it was not long after they made it.
created here after the Badlands created the canyon with all the dynamite.
Oh, yes, that's right.
So they moved here hoping to find land sharks, because that was the dream.
They scored very big, and of course they left within a few days of the laser trees. Absolutely. Thank you there, Doctor. Oh, this is nasty going.
Oh, Gavin, can you tell us about that?
Those were walls that it was built. They would have usually sometimes there's windows up there, so there's a house right there.
Ah, neat. See more of these little gnat bats. Shoo them away.
Ooh, look at here. This is a shell from a giant crab.
Ah, how big are these crabs?
Very, very tiny, actually. I'm assuming these people were very smart. Yeah, I would say no bigger than the shell itself.
Ah, interesting.
I'll keep this in my
Excellent.
pocket.
What's that red rock up ahead?
That was from the Badlands. They came and conquered. They tried to conquer this. So they'd launch these huge red rocks, but usually they just wash away because they're very fragile. But this is a mistake.
Oh, interesting.
They tried to invade after the canyon was made, but the land sharks kind of scared them away.
Ah,
Because the large people, the only people who knew how to hunt them without dying.
ooh. Large
There's
people.
a giant colony right over there and right in front of you.
Yeah, get these away from me.
Ah, watch out, he's spraying me in the face.
Alright, so get these gnat bats. Yeah.
Yeah, this here just flashes the amount of stuff that looks like that.
Some nice shade. Leaves are reaching out. Probably don't wanna.
Just get down, you'd be dead right now.
Yes. Basically, these trees would be just destroyed us very easily. Yeah.
Oh, look. Very long ago. A beer bottle.
Interesting. So, what was the culture like? What was the culture? I know they hunted land sharks, but what else did they do?
They enjoyed alcoholism very much.
Yes.
People tried to invade many times.
They remind me of the Ewoks.
Yes. And what was their religion?
They didn't really have one. They would just like bow down to the oldest person, basically.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's
See that?
over there. They do absolutely nothing.
Ah, that's interesting.
Sit there.
Whoa. Okay. That's something interesting. I feel like insurance companies would love to use that. Oh, I think are these hieroglyphics? Or here, Professor, are these hieroglyphics? Yeah.
Not anymore. No.
Yes. They represented people who died. How many people died by this one rock?
Oh, it's a lot of people for one rock.
Yes. This seems to be a house. Walls.
Ah,
I made
yes.
a sad crying face right here.
Yes, very sad. Indeed.
Alright, let's see what other wildlife we can find up here.
Yes, I agree.
These rocks also do absolutely nothing.
Okay. Are they edible though?
They can be very slippery though, and that's what makes it difficult.
Yeah. Are they edible though?
You cook them just right.
Oh, right.
Other than that, they go kin.
Ah, yes, okay. That makes sense.
Look, right here. Cherry grass planted. Underneath here are where a lot of animals that are called crawdads tend to live. You might find them just randomly across the river. In here, the crawdads are found, but then there are also other lobster-like items down here.
Yes.
And if I'm not mistaken, Professor, sometimes the natives would hide loot down in these tunnels.
Salute. Interesting. And most interesting. Oh boy.
Alrighty then, let's continue on.
Right behind you, fellas.
Oh yeah. see, this is another thing. Then they start to, if I'm not mistaken, my history, they start to get into aluminum, and now they bring
Yes, very cheaper. Much cheaper indeed. How much... did they create the glass and then buy it from each other, or did they create the aluminum?
They harvested the aluminum from the land sharks. There's a lot of the land sharks, they can harvest the aluminum.
Ah,
wrong! It's in the skin.
Right.
In the brains.
I'm not a land shark expert, so you gotta talk to him about that.
alright.
Also have 4 arms and they're made of gold.
Really? Interesting.
Well, the leader.
The leader's made of gold, but the other ones are made of aluminum.
Yeah, everyone's made out of silver.
Ah, so I see they smelted down the silver to aluminum.
No, they had aluminum inside the skin. Wow, you're not learning anything.
Oh, I am. So much knowledge about this one
Alright, if you're
place.
staying noisy, we might want to go to the bottom. Yeah, up here are the rapids of the river. Almost no animal can survive.
Ah, yes. Oh,
Oh look, if I'm not mistaken, Professor, that is a king for one of the leaders.
It's just a book.
That looks like a king. One looks like a hunting stick. Well, I don't know
so
the
hunting stick. Indeed.
That right there is a dam created by, you know what?
Was it, Professor? Was this dam created by death fish? Ah, interesting.
That's what they're better careful not to kill their mothers, or else they're gonna get confused.
No.
Well then, as you can see, one night apparently the party got too crazy here for the trees, and one of them completely collapsed and died.
Ah.
After they collapsed and died, lasers shoot out just immediately everywhere in every direction. And then that's probably why all the trees are collapsing.
Yeah.
And then after that, everything dies. And there's nothing left but the stump.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and over here, it's called the Emerald Bay. Because if you get a good look over here, you can see that the moss has grown. It's overgrown, in fact, into what looks like an emerald.
Interesting. Most interesting. The river's getting calmer up ahead. Been through some tough storms in my day, but this one almost beats them all. So, I suppose this was where they would, I guess, roast?
Up in that tree, there's a bird. Other than that, there's nothing else. There's just a bird.
So, Professor, this place looks calmer than the other places. I'm assuming the peoples built places around here?
Yes, this would be usually when they would get together and have parties.
Nice. Look what I found, Doctor.
Yeah.
I believe it's the skin of creature. What type of creature is this?
Looks like some sort of insect. No, never mind. Oh no, that's the skin of a crawdad. Poor thing. It didn't make it.
Oh, yes.
It must have killed one of the death fish's mothers. And then they came and killed it.
Does look like that work, I assume.
Yes.
Interesting.
They like
Yes,
to eat out
that's
their
interesting.
insides and just leave nothing but the skin.
Nice. Very, very interesting.
Yes.
So see, we have to catch up to the professor.
Looks to be that way.
Yes.
No. Continue on the road.
Yep.
To the Emerald Bay. It's supposed to be my favorite book about this whole thing.
Ah, Professor. I might have found something interesting. What do you make of this?
Your chest at the top. Deep into the chest.
Ah, nice. no keyhole, but soon it could be opened at the lab later. We'll come back for it. Interesting.
Oh, and there might be some pathways from them.
Suppose it could be a pathway. Indeed. Looks like smooth sailing up ahead.
Oh, you got two lit with that tree.
Oh yeah.
In my
Gnarly.
calculations and the thing I
yes.
calling that, it was no laser that killed it.
Nice.
Like I said, one of the bats that lives here, that's of the poppy tree.
Nice cane, Professor.
You haven't commented me on mine.
Oh yes, so your trees are very interesting. Oh yes, your cane, yes. Right.
Yes, exactly.
Well,
What else
I
do you
found,
think
well,
about?
that cane doesn't really matter. If you bought that one. This one, the Professor found, and it has some historical, and this one has some historical importance. It looks like a wide people,
The elders use this. A little dirty, but
interesting. See,
No,
I was asking a rhetorical question.
The starting to grow on it.
I was,
If that moss out to the water for too long, it will perish.
yes, well, see, I was asking a rhetorical question about the cane. See, I wanted to learn more about that cane, so I asked, nice cane there. So I was learning about it. It's my job as a cameraman to be very critical and basically make people not want to be around me, basically. That's kind of my job. Interesting. Touch the leaves. So these are questions.
And right now we're heading into dangerous territory. Yes. The water are a lot warmer than up above.
No,
Maybe home to a different type of fish.
fish indeed.
Night water catfish.
Can you give us any location-wise, maybe what type of fish could be around here?
Well, obviously the night water catfish. They're the ones that live in the water home right below.
Oh,
Obviously, as the name says. Oh, there's a rabbit. A rabbit just ran right up there.
interesting.
Thankfully, though, we're not in the middle of night, so we should be fine here.
Excellent.
These fish absolutely love human flesh, especially the natives. So I've calculated we have found lots of carcasses with multiple thousands inside of them.
Interesting.
Not to mention that they apparently were also alcoholics.
Yes. Indeed.
They also like to harvest the man sharks and make bottles out of them.
Indeed. Very nice souvenirs to throw around the area, I suppose. Long people would buy it. Medium people, Badlands people. They'd have a trading outpost. See, this might be a little fortress hut, maybe? Most interesting. I see another rock fly. Oh, wait, something with a flapping wing.
What's a sugar fly?
Sugar flies.
They look most like butterflies, but they love sugar.
Nice. Very easy to trap them, I suppose. Just pour a teaspoon of sugar on a table and...
Look at that, right ahead. Yes, that is a net of a sugar fly.
Neat.
Yes, what
Most
they would do is
interesting.
they would build those, and it would harvest in sugar.
Very neat there.
And then the natives would destroy them, and then that got into the sugar fly war. But many today call it the butterfly war, because they look so much like butterflies.
Oh, yes. Can you tell us any details about this, Professor?
Professor, you might want to talk a little bit louder.
as you can tell, the sugar flies are very small.
Who are the victims?
Casualties.
I suppose the victors were the, white people. Oh yes, absolutely. Oh yeah. Yes.
Instead of brown or anything else like the tree above to match the shape of the rocks and the color.
Nice.
Where animals are less likely to eat the laser shooting trees.
Neat. That is very, very good camo idea there. Holding up, Professor? Holding up, Professor?
Children from
And again, here's
land
the
sharks.
a bit louder
Yes.
because of the ocean.
Interesting.
I found one of the digging utensils.
Really?
Very interesting.
Yes.
Oh wait, real quick, cameraman. Get a good look at that rock specifically. Because the police are moving. Keep watching it as it will soon turn, as you can see, silky smooth. As the water soon, because instead of going straight on the rock, it goes right over the rock.
Nice.
As you can see here, if I can grab a rock, this is a basic rock. If water were to just go at normal speed, it would fall right over. But if it goes at extreme speeds, it would go right above it.
Ah, nice.
Yes, aerodynamics quiz. You might want to stay in school for that one.
Indeed. Education is very, very good. Oh, what are these net things up ahead over here? Are these?
Oh, those are more nests built by the sugar flies.
Oh, yes, that's what I thought. I just needed to make a double check there.
Oh, look here. These have been
Lot of
hoarded
nests.
by the sugar flies. This rock right here. As you can see, above it looks all brown and grey, but whenever I splash some water on it, it gets a new colour of gold.
Ah, interesting.
So I'm glad we take a chip of that rock, but I did not bring my stick.
Interesting. Lots of sugar fly nests in there.
Alright, I'd say right at that fort up there, we might want to stop our journey and then head back home.
Alright. You concur, Professor? Alright.
Any point past that, it gets very dangerous because white people have still been spotted for today. They're very aggressive.
Yes. You never know, if we go back, we might find even more completely just insane items that we didn't see on the way here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I say right here, we start to turn around.
Alright. Well, that's today's adventure. I'm Captain Rocky. This is... And this is...
Dr. Jeffy.
We will see you next time on another episode of Adventures.